Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday, only here on YouTube. Also broadcasting live on Oldies and More Radio. I'm your host, Johnny G. This is the last show of July 27th. 2024. We're here from 9 p.m. till midnight. We'll do a little bit of overtime. I figure 30 minutes of overtime. Well, I'll see. Depends how much babbling I do. So welcome here to the program. Again, those of you that are new to the program here, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click the bell to receive all notifications. If you like what Johnny G is doing, please give me a thumbs up. We opened up with a cool instrumental. Tenor sax man, a Red Prysock. Red Prysock, originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. He was the older brother of a singer, Arthur Prysock. This was his first of three on Bobby and Danny Robinson's Red Robin record label, a song he wrote called Wiggles from 1952 on Red Robin, and they spelled his name wrong. They spelled it P-R-O-Y-S-O-C-K. That's how they spelt it in the writer credit too. But anyway, that is a cool jump there. It's actually Red Prysock and his House Rockers from 1952 on Red Robin. Wiggles is the name of the tune. All requests tonight, and you're either going to hear one or two of your requests, as I had so many that came in. But let's open it up here. I had to change the needle for this record, and I bought this. I finally got this record in my collection maybe sometime at the end of last year, and they do not play well with a 45 needle. You got to use a 78 needle for this song. This group from New Haven, Connecticut. It's a request for listener Mnon. It's their debut single, their first of two First on the Anchor label. Then it came out subsequently on the Anko record label because they were sued. There was an Anchor label already in existence. But the tune written by the second tenor of the group, his name is Marty Ganter, but it features Dave Fisher on lead. Let's go to April of 1957. Let's open up with the Academics. The Academics on the Anchor label. It's called Too Good to Be True.
Womp doo-be-doo, womp doo-be-doo, womp doo-be-doo, oh. Womp doo-be-doo, womp doo-be-doo, womp doo-be-doo, oh. When I first met her, she loved somebody else. I thought that I could change her mind, have her for myself, but I guess I really know she was too good to be true. Oh, 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 oh. I tried and I tried to make her love me too. If she would only trust in me, I'd prove my love is true. But I guess I really know she was too good to be true. Oh, 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 oh. When I went to see her, she made me think she cared. I thought that she loved me too, and love we could share. Now I'm all alone, thinking of you. Why did you break my heart, leave me oh so blue? But I guess I really know she was too good to be true. Oh, 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 oh. When I went to see her, she made me think she cared. I thought that she loved me too, and love we could share. Now I'm all alone, thinking of you. Why did you break my heart, leave me oh so blue? But I guess I really know she was too good to be true. Oh, 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 oh,
That is our opener by request for listener Amnon there. Those are the Academics. The Academics on the Anchor record label. You may have it also came out subsequently on the Anko record label, April 1957, Too Good to Be True. Dave Fisher was the lead singer on that. Now, you know, Dave Fisher went on to form the Highwaymen in 1961, signed with United Artists Records. You may remember the song Michael Row the Boat Ashore. Not my favorite, but at least it was a big hit for Dave Fisher, having his start with a group called the Academics. Johnny G is your disc jockey for this evening. Hope you stick around, have some cool tunes here as we count down the music chronologically here. Let's go to Baltimore, Maryland for this request. Two people requested this song this week, which has happened before. Listener Gordy Freeman and also Casey Hines. This is the group 6th of 11 on Sid Nathan's King record label, and the song is a standard dating back to 1934, but covered by many artists, and I'm sure many of you will automatically think of the Flamingos version of this tune. Let's give a spin to this version as done by the Swallows. This was my parents' wedding song, this tune. It features Junior Denby on lead from May 1952, going out to Casey Hines and Gordy Freeman, the Swallows, on King Records, and their rendition of the tune, I Only Have Eyes for You.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright.
for I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon hangs on high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, for I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. And I only have eyes for you.
There you go, by request for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. Also, Casey Hines in Paris, May 1952, The Sound of the Swallows there. That is Junior Denby on lead, their rendition of the tune I Only Have Eyes for You. That's on Sid Nathan's King record label. I know my mother liked that tune there. I'm sure she did. She wrote that down with a star, I would bet. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let's continue here. Now, on my June 29th show, I played a song for Big Dave Swinger, a song called That's When Your Heartaches Begin. Was the group's second release on the RCA record label, but Big Dave also requested the flip side, and you know that song, That's When My Heartaches Begin, that was a cover tune from 1937. The flip side is another cover song from 1936. I think it was done by Andy Kirk and his 12 Clouds of Joy with what is that, Thea Terrell on lead. That was on the Decca record label. Let's give a listen to this rendition from April 52 by Billy Bunn and his buddies on RCA Records, going out to Big Dave Swinger. It's called it in parentheses, It Will Have to Do. Then it says Until the Real Thing Comes Along for Big Dave.
For you, I'd slave for you, I'd be a beggar or a knave for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. I'll gladly move the earth for you to prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I'd sigh for you, I'd cry for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. If that isn't love, if that isn't love, if that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along.
Well, they don't make records that way anymore, folks. There you go. From April 1952, that's Billy Bunn and his buddies on the RCA record label. That's for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. It will have to do until the real thing comes along. Great tune there, done. That standard done by Billy Bunn and his buddies. Let's do an RCA twin spin as we move into 1953 now with this group from Harlem, New York, and it's a request for listener Edmund Williams. By the time of the 1950s came along, these guys were much older and matured than most of the younger singers at the time. These guys were in their late 30s and 40s, but they could sing all styles of music. They had 4 releases on the RCA record label. Now, Edmund requested their third tune, written by Big Bob Cornegay and J.C. Ginyard and Kelly Owens. This is from August of 1953. Let's give a listen to the Dewdroppers. The Dewdroppers on the RCA record label. This is for Edmund. It's called Somebody Work on My Baby's Mind. The Dewdroppers.
Somebody work on my baby's mind. Please, somebody work on my baby's mind. Tell her I'll be true if she'll be kind. Please, somebody teach her right from wrong. Please, somebody teach her right from wrong. Tell my baby her daddy didn't mean no harm. Well, I called up Mr. Anthony. He said nothing he could do. He got so much trouble himself. He said, son, I can't help you. I met old Dr. Buzzard. He's standing on the corner high. Said, son, no need to worry about your girl. I'll tell you the reason why. There's some sisters down in Louisiana. The place I want you to go can take care of all the trouble you got, and I ought to know. When they sent my brother to the electric chair to die at 12 midnight, I saw the 7 sisters. He walked out of there that night. You were worried about your girlfriend, think she's gonna leave you cold. Go and see the 7 sisters. They will satisfy your soul. Well, somebody work on my baby's mind. Please, somebody work on my baby's mind. Tell her I'll be true and she'll be kind. When I saw the first sister, she said, son, you're growing old. The second sister said, youth is better than the pot of gold. The third sister said, we'll make everything all right. I saw the fourth sister before the sun set that night. The fifth sister said, no need to weep and cry. The sixth sister said, son, you'll have her by your side. I got so doggone happy, I jumped right up and cried. Before I could see the seventh sister, she laid down and died. Well, somebody work on my baby's mind. Please, somebody work on my baby's mind. Tell her I'll be true if she'll be kind.
I normally play the flip side of that, but that's okay, rocker there. There you go. That's a by request for Edmund Williams. Those are the Dewdroppers, from August 1953. On the RCA record banner, Somebody Work on My Baby's Mind is the name of the tune. And they would have four more releases on the Groove record label. And which one was this? Not listed. Let us continue here. That's the third on RCA. I apologize for that. Let us continue here as we move into 1954. Let's go to Washington, D.C. Fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. This group started back in 1954 with Jerry Blaine's Josie record label, but recorded for many different labels through the years. But this is their second release on the Josie record label. It's a cover song. Is it their second? I don't know if it's their second. Maybe it is. I don't know. I gotta check. But this is a cover tune here. This song first done by Connie Boswell. She did it in May of 54 on the Decca record label. But let's give a listen to this version done by the Four Bars. It features the bass lead of Eddie Day, D-A-Y-E. And also you're going to hear the first tenor of this group. His name is Alfonso Feemster. And this is Billy Muir. Billy Muir and his orchestra, early Billy Muir orchestra here, backing up the Four Bars from September 54 on Josie Records for Frank Chingaro. It's called If I Give My Heart to You. This is for Frank.
Boom, boom, boom. If I give my heart to you, if I give my heart to you, will you handle it with care? Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love? Will you swear that you'll be true to me by the lights that shine above? Shines above. And will you sigh with me when I'm sad? Smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all these things to me, then I'll give my heart to you. And will you sigh with me when I'm sad? Smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all these things to me, then I'll give my heart to you.
That's the sound of the 4 bars there. The bass lead, Eddie Day. Eddie Day on lead, September 1954. That's on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. That's going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. Of course, Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skadberg, they are the hosts of the R&B Serenade, the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. You can tune into that show tomorrow, Sundays, beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., broadcasting live on WRHU FM 88.7. That's out of Hofstra University. Also streaming on the internet, as I have to listen to it on the internet on WRHU.org. That is tomorrow afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. I think, Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, you're having Christmas in July, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Just say if I am wrong, then let me know that I'm wrong. But anyway, I think that is the case. But as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, all requests tonight. We are in the year 1954. This is a request up next for a new listener, or at least maybe he's been listening for a while. But thank you, Julian, for your email. And he gave me a bunch of requests. We're going to fit them in future shows here. And he requested the debut single for this great group out of Harlem, New York. The A-side is a classic many of you know, a song called Gloria, but this is the flip side. It's actually a pretty cool jump, and I'm talking about the Cadillacs. It features Earl Carroll on lead. This is the B-side to the debut single for the Cadillacs from July 54, going out to Julian. It's on Josie Records. The song is called I Wonder Why.
I wonder why I love you like I do. I wonder why I love you like I do.
Well, I wonder why I love you like I do so much. Oh, but I pray for your love. Yes, and I wonder why. Well, remember the night you told me no other arm could hold me. Yes, I love you, and I place no one above you now. I wonder why I love you like I do so much. Oh, but I pray for your love. Yes, and I wonder why.
I wonder why I love you. I wonder why I do. I wonder why I need you. I love you, I need you. Oh, oh, oh.
Still I wonder why I love you like I do so much. Oh, but I pray for your love. Yes, and I wonder why. I place no one above you now. I wonder why I love you like I do so much. Oh, but I pray for your love. Yes, and I wonder why.
That's the sound of the Cadillacs there. Earl Carroll on lead, the Cadillacs. That's going out to Julian, July 1954, their debut single on Jerry Blaine's Josie record label. You know, it's hard to find that record clean. Normally when you see this record, it is used. And most of the time they turn up their VG, but I was lucky to get a really nice copy of that from Brian Korn. I bought it from Brian Korn. He was selling a collection. But there you go. That was a twin spin on the on the Josie record label, but Billy Muir, the orchestra leader on the 4 Bars, and that is Jesse Powell and the orchestra. Although Big Dave mentioned it, but they're not mentioned on the label, at least on not their first single. Let us continue here. In 1954, fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room as we stay in Harlem. We go to Morty Shad's Harlem record label for this group. Started out as a bunch of friends just getting together. Now 3/4 of the group were ex-dewdroppers, one of them being J.C. Ginyard, who we heard just a few records ago on the RCA label, but he came up with the name of the group. They called themselves the Dixieaires. Willie Ray also was an ex-dewdropper, and then there was ex-Raven member Joe Van Loan, a member of this group, and Big Bob Cornegay, a member of this group, who is doing lead, another bass lead here from mid-1954 for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. These are the Dixieaires on the Harlem label. It's called I'm Not Like I Used to Be.
Baby, hold everything. Stop trying to make the joy bells ring. No, I'm not like I used to be. Do you remember when I was in my prime? I was ready almost any time. But now I'm not like I used to be. Well, I used to be able to stay out late. Now I'm old and in bed at 8. Used to be fast, but now I'm slow. Hold on, baby, don't let me go. Well, you called me, you told me, take it easy, baby, but hold me. It's a shame I'm not like I used to be. In my prime, I was ready any time. Now I'm old, full of cold. Stay with me, baby, God bless your soul. Hey, you called me, you told me, take it easy, baby, but hold me. It's a shame I'm not like I used to be. I used to be able to work all day. Now I'm old and I can't play. Hold it, baby, hold everything. Stop trying to make the joy bell ring. Hey, you called me. Take it easy, baby, but hold me. It's a shame I'm not like I used to be. It's a shame I'm not like I used to be. It's a shame I'm not like I used to
be. As by request for listener Chris Reed, that's the Dixieaires. Dixieaires featuring Big Bob Cornegay on lead from mid-1954 on Morty Chef's Harlem Records there, a song entitled I'm Not Like I Used to Be. I bought that record for the flip side with the great Joe Van Loan on lead. Traveling All Alone is the name of the tune. That's not an easy record to find either. That's a 45. Greg Surik sold me one time, long time ago when I first met up with Greg. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, and let's have a special request here for listener John Wachter. He wants to send this one out to his wife Janet. This singer, born in Memphis, Tennessee, he would join Aldolph Duncan's band as a pianist, playing around Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee, with a network of local musicians that became known as the Beale Streeters. Now, his real name was John Marshall Alexander Jr., but you know him as Johnny A. Signed with Duke Records in 1952, had 10 releases on the Duke record label. This was his 7th, and Don Robey's Duke label out of Houston, Texas, and this was probably his biggest hit. This was a number 17 on Billboard. This was a big number 1 R&B hit. Is with Johnny Board's Orchestra from December '54 by request for John Wachter. Sending this out to his wife Janet. Johnny Ace on Duke with his tune called Pledging My Love.
Forever, my darling, my love will be true. Always and forever, I'll love just you. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. Make this fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way. My heart's at your command, to keep love and to hold. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way.
There you go, from December 1954, the great Johnny Ace on Duke Records. Pledging My Love is the name of the tune by request for listener John Wachter, going out to his wife Janet. A special dedication there. Now, this record, that is how you heard the record back in 1954, December of 54, when it was released. And I think maybe it was, would it have been maybe in I forget, maybe Big Dave, you know, when did they add the group vocals in the background, or the choir in the background? Because it sounds very different when, because it was when I found this record. Remember, I was in high school, and I'm so used to hearing it without anything else in the background. So that's like my bubble was burst when I heard when I bought Earth Angel by the Penguins. So I was so used to hearing it on the Art LeBeau Oldies But Goodies Oldies But Goodies album. So, you know, it had the piano intro. So, you know, I was over in Elmsford, New York, and for a nickel, I found a copy on the shiny red label. So I bring it home to play, and I'm like, what's going on? This isn't an original. It doesn't have the piano intro. But that's how that record was back in the 1950s. They added the piano. I think if you bought the Dutone reissued it, and they put the piano intro on there, but later on. But this is same thing with this record. I was like, you know, because my aunt had it on a compilation. So I'm listening to this. I'm going, wait, this isn't the original. It's the same number, but it's a later press. And I don't know when they pressed it. Maybe Big Dave knows when they. Oh, December of '58. Okay, it's Duke. This is Duke 136. And this is Duke. We're going to hear a little bit of, well, they are Duke 136, both of them. But here, this they added, and you tell me which one you like better. They added a chorus. I think they added other stuff to it too. But listen to this version of it. Here.
Darling, your love in return, make this fire in my soul, dear, forever burn. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold, making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way. Making you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you the rest of my days. I'll never part from you and your loving way.
There you go with the added chorus, but that's how you heard it in 1958, or when they went out to the store to buy the record, in actually probably early 1959. But there you go. You heard your first way, the original way, and the second way. I have that on the 78 also, because I was contemplating playing it on the 78. Then I decided no, because then John only sent me 2 requests, so I figured I'd play it tonight. But there you go, the great Johnny Ace. Well, that one's probably from 59, early 59 on Duke Records, Pledging My Love with chorus. Let's stay in 1954. Let's fill a request for listener Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat when we head out to the West Coast for this group. First recorded as the Marbles on the Lucky label. They had 3 releases on the R&B record label, and they changed their names to the Jewels. This was their first of 3. Tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Rudy Jackson. As we go to the Art Schelling and Larry Goldberg's R&B Records out of Hollywood, California. This is from September 54. The Jewels, going out to Joseph Smith, the original version of Hearts of Stone.
Hearts made of stone will never break, 'cause the love you have for them, they just won't take. You can ask them, please, 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 please break, and all of your love is that take. Yes, hearts of stone will cause pain, although you love it, there's nothing just the same.
grainy, hear that grainy press? That is recycled vinyl. There you go. That's for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. September 1954. That's the first of 3 for the Jewels on the R&B record label. That's Rudy Jackson on lead. Hearts of Stone is the name of the tune, and the Charms, they covered that. They probably had the bigger hit. At least here on the East Coast they did. And I forget, I think the Jewels one is on the Oldies But Goodies LP. I don't think the Charms is, but the Jewels is on the, of course, because it was a West Coast, Art LeBeau out there on the West Coast. But I have that on a 78, but I saw it in the box. I don't know what the shape of it is. Maybe it plays better than that. But, and I thought I bought another copy of this from Brian Korn, and I was looking. I didn't have enough time. I'm kind of scrambling for some other upgraded copies. I had another copy of that 4 bars, plays so much better than the one I had before, that I featured on the program maybe last year or whatever. But I do have multiple copies of records. I just don't have the time to kind of like separate them out. But I have a lot of doubles, I do, and on some big records too. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue here and have one more in the year 1954. Fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro, and he requested the Flamingos as we go to Art Sheridan's Chance record label, signed with Chance back in 1953. This is their 5th of 6 on the label. This was recorded at their last session for Chance Records, which was held in February of 54, and they put it out in March. It features Johnny Carter on lead. We go to March of 54. The Flamingos on Chance. It's called Listen to My Plea. This is for Frank Gingaro.
Baby, and I'm down on my bending knees. So won't you please, 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 please listen to my plea? Yes, I just got to have, baby, and have mercy on me. So won't you please, 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 please listen to my plea? You know my love runs deeper, deeper than any sea. We all make mistakes, so won't you please forgive for me? Well, I just got to have it, baby, and I'm sure you know what I mean. So won't you please, 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 listen to my plea? My love runs deeper, deeper than any sea. We all make mistakes, so won't you please forgive for me? Well, I just got to have it, baby, and I'm sure you know what I mean. So won't you please listen to my plea? Please, 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 oh baby, please, 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 listen to my plea.
That's March 1954. Those are the Flamingos by request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Listen to My Plea is the name of the tune. That one there with Johnny Carter on lead. I think Solly McElroy left the group by that time. He was recording with the Moroccos. I think he went over to the Moroccos on United. I don't think he was with the group that back then, but that's on the Chance record label. Let's move into 1955 now. We fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey as we go to Leonard Chess's Chess record label for The Sound of the Moonglows. Now, this was their follow-up to Most of All. The writers on this, of course, are Alan Freed. He automatically gets writer credits because he was the manager of the group. And the other writer on this is Harvey Fuqua. And then somebody listed as Dallas. And that is the real last name of the lead singer, Bobby Lester Dallas, and we know him just as Bobby Lester. He is on lead here. Let's go to April of 1955 by request for listener Bill Olb, the Moonglows on the Chess label. The song is called Foolish Me.
Yes, I love you so much, more than you know. Oh, foolish me, for playing the part. From the start, and now that we're far apart, I was blind, but now I see. And each and every day, all I do is hope and pray for your return. Oh, foolish me, for so blind, now I've gone out of my mind. Oh, foolish me. Foolish me.
That's the great sound of the Moonglows. The Moonglows there from April 1955. That's by request for Bill Olb on the Chess record label. Foolish Me is the name of the tune, and that was their follow-up to Most of All. It was unfortunate that we lost Bobby Lester on October 15th of 1980. He was just 49 years old. He passed away from lung cancer. But those are the Moonglows there, requested by Bill Olb, who will be a special guest at the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with the Frank Gingaro and Gordon Scatberg. He'll be there on August 18th with a special show, a tribute, his second tribute show there to the late Wayne Sturley. It was part 2 Wayne Sturley, a show in a retrospect of Wayne Sturley's lifetime of accomplishments, featuring many radio air checks, first-time broadcast interviews, including Jimmy Beaumont of the Skyliners and various other historical recordings, and songs you probably never heard of before, and it'll give you the background on some, and you don't know what Wayne Sturley did for records that you know that he was able to get played again on the radio and were hits. So tune into that program on August 18th, 2024 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, August 18th. It's on WRHU FM 88.7, streaming live on WRHU.org. So mark your calendars, August 18th. Bill O will be a special guest on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. You are listening to the Vinyl Treasure Show with your host, Johnny G, for a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. And I don't think anybody does this like I do it. And you can play, CDs and whatnot. There are some of the UK Northern Soul guys. They are on the YouTube playing their records there, but they're like in a studio, and you never get to see the records up close and personable. And plus, they don't give stories about it. They don't give the history on some of these records here. I mean, I don't know it all, but Charlene helps me do the research, but at least I can give you kind of like a background on a lot of these records here that nobody seems to know. Well, there's a lot of information out there. Marv Goldberg, for one, is a great site to check out. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are playing by year. So we are now in the year, we're in the year of 1955. Let's fill a request for listener Juan Campoy in California as we go to New Haven, Connecticut for this group. This is their third of four on Bobby and Danny Robinson's Red Robin record label. And this is a song co-written by the lead singer with the first tenor of the group. His name was Sylvester Hopkins, but it's Fred Paris who was on lead here. From February 55, the Scarlets on Red Robin, by request for Juan Campoy. The song is called True Love. Last sounds of 1955 here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Scarlets, Fred Paris and the Scarlets on the Red Robin record label. That's going out to Juan Campboy. True Love is the name of the tune. That's another one I had on a 78. I don't know if I played the flip of that. Possibly I did, but I figured that he comes into the you can listen on the archive on the 45 show. Anyway, as we continue here, we are in the year 1955. Let's go to the Bronx, New York, and fill a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, for the Rens, recorded for George Gollner's Rama record label. And this was whose favorite, Charlene, was? This Bobby Mansfield's favorite song, possibly? It's with Jimmy Wright and the orchestra, the group's fifth release on George Gollner's Rama record label from December 55, the Rens. For Edmund, it's called I Won't Come to Your Wedding. For Edmund.
I won't come to your wedding, it would only hurt my pride. All our friends know you've left me for the one now at your side. They all know I still love you, and when they play Here Comes the Bride, they'll turn to me and stare. Will be so hard to bear. I'm returning the invitation you sent me, with my heart and a tear and a sigh. I won't come to your wedding, but I wish you happiness, and I'll just say good luck and goodbye. And I'll just say good luck and goodbye. And goodbye. And goodbye. And goodbye.
As Bobby Mansfield and the Wrens there, December 1955 on George Gollner's Rama Records. So Charlene says no, George Gollner's favorite song by the Wrens. Well, there you go. But that is a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. I Won't Come to Your Wedding is the name of the tune. Johnny G is here on a Saturday. Hope you're enjoying the tunes. It's 71 and clear here in Westchester County, New York. It was kind of humid today, but it wasn't like in the 90s like it's been. It was like in the high 80s or somewhere in the 80s. But you can sit back and relax till the midnight hour. Let's continue here in 1955 and fill a request for listener Julian. This group, well, I don't know if we can call this a group. We really can't because, let's say they're called the Tone Twins, and but that is deceiving. It's the Tone Twins is really one singer. He was known as Jimmy Babyface Lewis, and he double-tracked his voice to sound like a duo. And I guess Atlantic, I don't know if Atlantic gave him the name or what, but he was known but this record came out as the Tone Twins, and it's his, well, I guess it's the Tone Twins only release, but we really can't say that. The tune written by a Canadian, Jimmy Lewis, was an R&B singer, and well, so he's doing everything here, Charlene. He's the band leader and everything else. That's confusing here. But anyway, this is from April of 1955. The Tone Twins on the Atlantic record label for Julian. It's called How Can I Win Your Love?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. How can I win your love? I'm just a fool wrapped up in your arms. I'm just a fool trapped all in your arms. When I first met you, baby, I was moved by your country charm. What can I do? How can I win your heart? I'm so confused. I never thought you were so smart. But when I think you are mine, that's when my troubles start. I start a peeping and a weeping and a baby. You start a picking and a kicking and a baby. I start a hugging and a mugging and a baby. You start a fighting and a biting and a baby. Baby, how can I win your love? I start a hollering and a walling and a baby. You start a teasing and a squeezing and a baby. I start a jumping and a bumping and a baby. You start a shoving and a loving and a baby. Baby, how can I win your love? I'm just a fool to stand here at your door. Only a fool would come back to you for more. But oh baby, how can I win your love? But oh baby, how can I win your love? But oh baby.
That's April 1955 for the Tone Twins. Really, though, double-tracked Jimmy Babyface Lewis, double-tracked his voice there to sound like twins, like two people, but it was really only one. How Can I Win Your Love is the name of the tune. That's going out to Julian as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Now, you know that I take pride in playing only originals. I had a conversation with someone that said maybe, this is really people don't hear these records all the time, and maybe I'll never get a copy of this record. So I was contemplating to play it, and I did the same thing last week. So I decided to play it. Now it probably doesn't, this copy doesn't even sound the greatest, but it is a bootleg. We'll call it a bootleg. And I just picked this up because I vowed not to buy any more bootlegs from my collection. But I said, well, you know what? I don't even see this bootleg around anymore. So I ended up buying it. I paid $10 for it. But it's a request for listener Tommy Albergo. This group out of Manhattan, New York, first recorded as the Mellow Tones in 1954 for the Decca record label. But they changed their name to the Jets when they signed with George Golner's G record label. Now, the members of this group are Joe Lipscomb, second tenor, Oliver James baritone, Louis O'Neill bass, and the lead singer, his name is Ray Hubert. and he co-wrote this tune from July of 1956. This is not an original, so this is probably the fourth record I've played since 2005 that was not an original here on the program. These are the Jets on the G label for listener Tommy Albergo. It's called Heaven Above Me.
Boom, boom, did it, boom, boom, did it, boom, boom, did it, boom, boom, did it, boom. Heaven above me, I pray that she will love me and never let us part. It would surely break my heart. Boom, boom. Let our love stay forever and a day. I wouldn't want it to be no other way. That's how I feel about her. And our love on and on and on. Let nothing go wrong, just let our love stay strong. Let our love stay forever and a day. I wouldn't want it to be no other way. That's how I feel about it. I feel about her. That's how I feel about her.
There you go. That's for Tommy Albergo. I wish I had an original on that. I probably would have. Gordy mentions that one sold for $5,000. I would have probably paid $5,000 for that record if I had a chance to buy it. Easy. I mean, I don't know what condition it is. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't pay $5,000 for a VG copy of the record. But if it was a nice, clean copy, I mean, I'd have to go somewhere to get the money, of course. But I probably would buy that for $5,000. But that is the Jets, a very rare record there. Ray Hubert on lead with the great Jimmy Wright in the orchestra there. I don't know why that record was not around more, because that's a cool record. It really is. From July 1956. George Goldner's G record label for Tommy Albergo, Heaven Above Me. Let's continue now in 1956 here, and let's fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman. He wants to send this one out to listener Joe Shacatano, as this group is known as the Ravens. Now, this is the latter Ravens group. They had different singers at the time, but they had some great singers in the group. Jimmy Ricks, Maith Marshall, and the lead singer on this one is Joe Van Loan. This is their second of four for the Argo record label from December 56. The Ravens, by request for Gordy Freeman, going out to Joe Shacatano. The Ravens on Argo with A Simple Prayer.
Give me a tiny thread of sunshine. Give me a candle in the dark. Give me the right to gladness, the right to sadness when I'm alone. When I'm alone. Oh, give me a breeze to stir the treetops. Give me a rainbow in the rain. Give me a child to sing to, oh, to cling to when I'm in pain. A simple prayer, a dream to share, someone who'll care for me. Someone who'll care for me.
Wow, does he go high there? That is a great Joe Van Loan on lead. Those are the Ravens there. They're second of 4 on Leonard Chess's Argo record label by request for Gordy Freeman, sending it out to Joe Shacasano. December 56, the Ravens with A Simple Prayer. And yes, that is the Monarch press, which are nice vinyl presses, because if you have it on the black and silver label, that is styrene. I hate styrene 45s. And do I have a few tonight? I think I do, but not yet. Let's continue here. In 1956, we fill a request for listener Paul Michel, this great group out of Brooklyn, New York, and it's the very last release on Bobby Robinson's Red Robin label. I think this was supposed to come out on Whirling Disc, if I'm not mistaken, but both sides of this record are great in my opinion. But this is the ballad side. It features Robert Coleman on lead. This is by request for Paul Michel. This released in the winter of 1956. The Sequins. The Sequins on Red Robin. It's called Don't Fall in Love for Paul Michel.
What shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? I fell in love, didn't play it smart. I let her know what was in my heart. Yes, I fell in love. Well, I can't explain all the reasons for all this pain.
Sounds of 1956 here on the Vinyl Treasure Show by request for Paul Michel, the Sequins on Bobby and Danny Robinson's Red Robin record label. Don't Fall in Love is the name of the tune, and Robert Coleman, he was the lead singer. Of course, Robert Coleman would also be the lead singer of the Eminons, and Eminons that did what? The Eminons on G, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Johnny G losing his mind here. Now, I don't know, I maybe had that wrong there, because maybe The Closer You Are was supposed to come out on this Red Robin label. I don't know what happened with Whirling Disc, but when Jerry Blaine got involved with that record, then that became Spinning Wheel Music, because he couldn't handle the distribution. Bobby Robinson couldn't. Maybe he broke away from his brother at the time, because they both owned this label, I think, at the start. And then they split, and maybe that's what prompted Bobby Robinson to have the Whirling Disc label. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check with Marv Goldberg's facts and whatnot. I suggest you read Marv Goldberg's website there. He's got a lot of articles that he wrote through the years about these groups and their releases and the release dates, etc. But there you go. That's a great tune by the Sequins. Let's continue here as we move into 1957, and we fill a request for listener Emnon. This is not an easy record to find by this group called the Jaguars. And, of course, I guess their signature song would be the tune "The Way You Look Tonight." But on the reissues of "The Way You Look Tonight" on the Ardell label, like the Black Ardell record label, I think it comes under, there's other colors or whatnot, but it was reissued a number of times on Ardell. The flip side of that reissue is a song called "Baby, Baby, Baby," but that song first came out in February of 57 on the Ardell record label. I forget what the flip of this is, but this is a hard record. That's what Spence told me. But anyway, it's dual leads on this. Val Poliuto on lead, along with Manny Chavez, and they also wrote the tune. And it was re-released in 59 on the Black Ardell label, the flip of "The Way You Look Tonight," called "Baby, Baby, Baby." But the real name of the song, when it first came out, was called "The City Zoo," parentheses, "Baby, Baby, Baby." That makes, I don't know, doesn't make sense. But anyway, February 57, going out to listener Emnon, the Jaguars on Ardell, "The City Zoo."
Baby, baby, baby. 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 Ooh. First time I saw you was in the city zoo. The first time I saw you was in the city zoo. I'm telling you, baby, the monkeys look like you. Baby, baby, baby. 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 Ooh. You got lips like a monkey, feet like a grizzly bear. You got lips like a monkey, feet like a grizzly bear. I'm telling you, baby, you just ain't nowhere. Baby, baby, baby. 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 Ooh.
Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, 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 you are.
Those are the Jaguars. The Jaguars, they're going out to listener Amnon from February 1957, Bob Ross's Ardell Records out of Hollywood, California. The City Zoo, parentheses, Baby, Baby, Baby. That's probably a better title, Baby, 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 than The City Zoo. I mean, it's like, I don't know what these guys do, but anyway, there you go. That's for Amnon. As we continue here in 1957, and here's a request for listener John Watchter, and he wants to send this one out to his wife Janet, the great Dominoes, actually Billy Ward and the Dominoes, first recording for Sid Nathan's Federal Records, then releases on the King record label, but this is on Liberty. They went to Liberty, had 6 releases on the Liberty label, and this was their first. And I don't know, I don't think I'm going to get pinched on this. I played this before on the program. This charted number 12 on Billboard, 5 on the R&B chart, a big number 2 record on WJR in Detroit, Michigan, and it features ex-Lark lead singer on this, Gene Mumford singing with the Dominoes. This is from April 57. Billy Ward and his Dominoes on the Liberty label, by request for John Watchter, sending it out to his wife Janet. The Dominoes with Stardust.
And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, always reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away, leaving me a song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Gone by. Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside a garden wall. When the stars were bright, you were in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where though I dream in vain, in my heart it will remain my stardust melody, a memory of love's refrain.
Yeah, they're liking that tune there in the YouTube chat room. That's April 1957 release for Billy Ward and the Dominoes. It's on the Liberty record label. That's Eugene Mumford on lead with their rendition of the tune Stardust by request for John Watchter in our YouTube chat room, sending it out to his wife Janet in our YouTube chat room. Thanks for being here, Janet and John, listening to the cool tunes there, and that is a great record too. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's go to Cincinnati, Ohio now with this request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This is on Sid Nathan's Deluxe record label. The group had 3 releases on the label, and they were known as the Drivers because they were all truck drivers for a local business. And this is their 3rd release on the Deluxe label from March of 1957 for Chris Reed, the Drivers on Deluxe. It's called Oh Miss Nellie.
Hey, Miss Nellie, can I have a word with you? I'm walking around in a circle. Tell me what more can I do? 'Cause I love you. Yes, I love you, baby. Yes, I love you. Well, yes, I do. I really do. You know I love you. Yes, I need you, baby. Yes, I want you. Well, yes, I do. I really do. Well, when you walk down the street where the people meet, stop and stare at you, 'cause you know there's a word to. Well, you know that I'm in love with you, Miss Nellie. Yes, yes, I know I want you, baby. Yes, I know I need you. Yes, I know I want you. Early, early in the morning. Yes, late in the evening. Well, at midnight hour. Miss Nellie, I love you. Down the street where the people meet, stop and stare at you, 'cause you know there's a word to. Well, you know that I'm in love with you, Miss Nellie. Yes, yes, you know I need you, baby. You know I want you. Yes, yes, I need you. Early, early in the morning. Yes, in the midnight hour. Well, late in the evening, oh, Miss Nellie, I love you.
As going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Drivers. The Drivers out of Cincinnati, Ohio, on a Cincinnati label, Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records, March 1957. That is their 3rd release on the label, the Drivers with Oh Miss Nellie. They have one final release that came out on the RCA record label. Johnny G here for a Saturday. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If I have the 45, I'll try to feature it here. I've been getting lots of requests, and I got to search out the records here. A lot of them are filed okay. A lot of them are not filed okay. I have records to put back in the collection that have been cleaned and whatnot, but played, and then records that are not cleaned all over the place in boxes that I have to thumb through and find. So there was a couple I was looking for, I couldn't find in time for the show, but we will continue here. In 1957, we fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. We go back to Harlem, New York. This is the first of 6 for this group on George Goldner's Gone record label. This song first issued on Hiram Johnson's Johnson Records. Hiram couldn't handle the distribution, so he cut a deal with George Goldner to release this on his Gone record label for national distribution. This charted nationally. This was a number 72 record on Billboard, but it did lots better here in the New York area and on the East Coast. Tune co-written by the lead singer. His name is Richard Blandon, from April of 57. I'm going to play the Gone release because it sounds better than the Johnson release. The second one I showed you with the different print, without that shadow print, that is a West Coast press. This is the East Coast press that I'm featuring. The Dubs on from April 57 for Tommy Albergo. It's called Don't Ask Me. I think this is... yeah. It's called Don't Ask Me, in parentheses, to Be Lonely. This is for Tommy Albergo, the Dubs.
Ask me for the world, it doesn't seem much. Ask me for the moon, dear, and I'll reach out to touch anything for you, dear only. But please don't ask me to be lonely. Ask me for the stars, dear, and I will be your demand. Ask me for the diamonds, I'll put them on your hand. Anything for you, dear only. But please don't ask me to be lonely. I search this world, this whole wide world, looking for a girl such as you. I gave up my search when I looked into doobie doobie doobie. Ask me for the stars, dear, and I will be your demand. Ask me for the diamonds, I'll put them on your hand. Anything for you, dear only. But please don't ask me to be lonely. Don't ask me to be lonely.
There you go. That's going out to Tommy Albergo, the sound of Richard Blandon and the Dubs from April 1957. George Goldner's Gone record label, Don't Ask Me, then in parentheses, To Be Lonely, is the name of the tune. Now, the interesting thing is, well, Big Dave Swinger, on this record, this is the shadow print, the East Coast print. That's how it looks. That is how the record should look. But the thing is, with this record, is the ending of the record. And another confusing thing is, it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, okay? So I think they re-recorded this record, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, the Johnson press, at least the East Coast presses of this, do not play well. The grooves are really tight, and they don't sound well. But listen to the end of this record here. Hold on. I don't want to just, I'm going to slowly louden it here. So you'll hear the end of it because it's a different ending.
Don't ask me to be lonely.
You hear that ending? That is a different ending to that record there. So I think they re-recorded it, or it's a different take. That's what I say, but what do I know? Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and Let's see, we're still one more in 1957. This is a request for UK listener, Indrajit Advani. Wants to send this one out to all you chatters in the chat room on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. We go to Detroit, Michigan, to the Star X record label, as both sides of this 45 recorded in a garage at 9060 Joseph Campo Street in Hamtramck. Is it Hamtramck, Michigan? And the song written by the group's manager, his name is Leo Parks, and this is the music is by Eddie Bartell and his Dukes of Rhythm, providing the instrumentation here. The lead singer on this, his name is Aaron Little, and this is from 1957. They're called the Fresandos, F-R-E-S-A-N-D''S. The Fresandos, again, the fidelity isn't the greatest. This is a nice copy, too. The Fresandos on Star X, requested by UK listener Indrajit Advani, going out to all the chatters. It's called Your Last Goodbye. With echo and all, but again, not recorded that great, but that's a clean copy of that record. Not easy to find either. 1957, the Fresandos there on the Star X record label, by request for Indrajit Advani, going out to all you chatters. Your Last Goodbye is the name of the tune. This group would then change their name to the Five Masters, and they would sign with Robert West's Bumblebee label in 1958. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Saturday night right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and also click the bell if you dig what Johnny G is doing. As we go out to California and fill a request for listener Big Dave Swinger, we go to Dootsy Williams' Duto record label, and for a group called the Cufflinks. Now, there were two different lead singers for this group that recorded for the Dutone label. Initially, it was Robert Truesdale. He did lead on the group's first release, Guided Missiles, which came out in November of 56, also on It's Too Late Now, two great records. But then Henry Houston would take over the lead in January of 58, beginning with a cover of So Tough. But here is the follow-up to So Tough, written by the group's manager. His name is Nathaniel Bill McCoy, again with Henry Houston on lead from February 1958, going out to Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. The Cufflinks on Duto Records with A Fool's Fortune.
A fool's fortune leads him sometime to cry. I found my fortune in your love, and you brought tears from my eyes. Tears from my fool's fortune. Thought we'd walk down the aisle. That's when this fool lost his fortune. I'm crying and I'm trying to smile. Oh, I waited and waited for my love to come. Then you came along. Now I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm the lonely one, for my fortune is gone, a fool's fortune, with nothing left but shame. All my dreams are shattered. Darling, you are to blame. No one to blame. Oh, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm the lonely one, for my fortune is gone, a fool's fortune, with nothing left but shame. All my dreams are shattered. Darling, you are to blame. No one to
Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat from February 58. The Cufflinks with an X. The Cufflinks on the Duto record label, A Fool's Fortune. That is the great Henry Houston on lead. And of course, Henry Houston would go on to become the lead singer of the Raindrops that recorded for the Spin It label. Also, Vega Records and Corsair. I think also Doré too, by the way. And my favorite song by this group is called My Love Is With You, which I think is the flip side of So Tough. Johnny G here, spinning my 45's. We are in the year 1958. And let's fill a request for Kenny in New Jersey. We go back to Detroit to Devorah Brown's legendary Fortune record label. Now, this is the 9th release for the group on the Fortune label, written by the lead singer. His name is Nolan Strong. It's with Ted Walker and his orchestra from July 58. Nolan Strong and the Diablos on Fortune Records for Kenny in New Jersey. It's called My Heart Will Always Belong to You, the Diablos.
You say, it don't matter what you do, my heart will
By request for Kenny in New Jersey, the sound of Nolan Strong and the Diablos, July 1958 release on the legendary Fortune record label out of Detroit. My Heart Will Always Be With You. You never know what you get with Fortune records. Sometimes they play hissy, other times they play nice, and it depends. It depends with this record label. Believe me, as we continue here in 1958 block, we continue with the request this time for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room as we go back to New Haven, Connecticut, to Clarence Drum's drum record label. Now, a group called the Five Chestnuts backed up a couple of singers on this group, and as a matter of fact, we're going to hear two singers that the Five Chestnuts backed up. One is coming up, one I think a request for Adrian, but this one requested by Joe Shacatano. His name is Marvin Baskerville, and let's see. These are the, so let's give it a spin here. 1958, Marvin Baskerville and the Five Chestnuts on the drum label, and their rendition of the tune Chapel in the Moonlight. This is for Joe Shacatano.
Oh, I love to hear the organ in the chapel in the moonlight while we're strolling down the aisle where roses entwine. How I love to hear the choir in the chapel in the moonlight when you say, promise me forever be mine. Will the organ turn to ashes? Will the organ turn to us? If you never come, I'll still be there till the moonlight turn to dust. How I love to hear the choir in the chapel in the moonlight when I say, darling, it's me forever be
There you go. That's going out to Joe Shacatano there. It's not an easy record to find. I wish I had it in better condition, but Spence saw, I forget what he charged. It was not a lot. Well, he had a good price on it, but it's not that clean. It's got some pops in it, but it's a hard record from from 1958. That's Marvin Baskerville along with the Five Chestnuts on the drum record label out of New Haven, Connecticut. Chapel, their rendition of the tune Chapel in the Moonlight, and they will return in a few more, but they backed up also Bill Baker and also Ruby Whitaker, and the next, let me see, where did I do with it? Is it here? Yeah, Norvin Baskerville is another person that they backed up here. I wonder if they're, It doesn't say if they're brothers or whatnot, but they are different people, I think, as I lose my mind here. Let's continue here. We go back out to California with a request for Jim Lampley in Texas. This is on George Mottola's Contender label out of Hollywood, California. Now, I bought this record for the flip side of this, which is a killer ballad. And this group included Eugene Church, Gaynell Hodge, Tommy Buster Williams, Johnny Guitar Watson, and Jesse Belvin, who was doing lead on the flip, not on this side. I think they're all singing together on this side. I don't think this was the A side either. But it's from June of 58. They were called the Saxons. I guess, Mottola had the Hollywood Saxons, so he called this group, he was all intertwined with using the same backing tracks of other songs and having just putting different lyrics for the groups to sing. He tried to save money. I think he was a little more thrifty than George Goellner, and George Goellner was a big gambler, and I don't think Mottola was a gambler, but Goellner was a gambler and lost all his labels to the mob. He gave up his record labels because he lost on the horses. It was unfortunate. But this is on Mottola's Contender label, June 58, The Saxons with Rock and Roll Show. This is for Jim in Texas.
They got a dance they call a rock and reel. You ought to see them do the jiggity jig. They got something, I don't know what it is, but when you see it, make you flip your head. Let's go to the rock and roll show. They do the chicken and the cha-cha too. They do the mambo and the Susie Q. You do anything or let your heart tell you to. Come on, baby, this time me and you. Let's go to the rock and roll show. 7-step, 3-step, and bunny hop. I don't know what they haven't got. You shimmy, shammy till they knock you out. Now come on, baby, then you rock, rock, rock. Let's go to the rock and roll show. They do the chicken and the cha-cha too. They do the mambo and the Susie Q. You do anything that your heart tell you to. Come on, baby, this time me and you. Let's go to the rock and roll show. I'm Big Bomber and a Lula man. Gee golly, won't you be my man?
That sounds like Eugene Church on lead to me. Charlene, I think we should put that. That's Eugene Church. It sounds like it to me. The Saxons there, June 1958, on the Contender label for Jim Lampley in Texas, Rock and Roll Show. The flip side, Is It True? That's Jesse Belvin with the high falsetto voice on the flip side. Let's continue here in 1958. Fill a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris. We go back to Detroit for this group. First, of course, recording as the Royals for Sid Nathan's Federal record label. Then they changed their name to the Midnights, and the lead singer of the group, or at least at this time, Hank Ballard, he wrote a song called The Twist that really didn't do anything when it was first issued in December of 1958. And Chubby Checker, of course, took that record, had a big hit with it. But this is the flip side of that song, of that 45, The Twist. A song written by Henry Glover. It's on Sid Nathan's King record label. This is going out to listener Casey Hines. And it features Hank Ballard on lead from December of 1958. Hank Ballard and the Midnighters on King Records. It's called Teardrops on Your Letter. This is for Casey Hines.
Teardrops on a letter that I got from you made me realize every word you wrote was true. That you miss me and wanna kiss me. So I'm coming home to you. Teardrops on your letter, on each word I read, was the sweetest message that you have ever said. They told me you wanna hold me. So I'm coming home to you. I hate to know that you've been crying. I hate to see you blue. But the teardrops on your sweet letter started me to crying some too. Teardrops on your letter was a certain sign when we are not together. We are on each other's mind. 'Cause I love you, and thinking of you. So I'm coming home to you.
That's going out to Casey Hines. That's Hank Ballard and the Midnighters' December 58 release on King Records. Teardrops on Your Letter is the name of the tune. That's hard to find on the promo. I've had it sitting down in the No Humidity basement for about 25 years before I went to find that record. And there you go. That's going out to Casey Hines. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Daniel Kubacki. Are we correct with that, Charlene? Or is this I think, or is it, what did Timothy give me? Yes, I'm losing my mind here. Let's see. Where is this? I think it was Dan. Yes, Daniel did this. This is for Daniel Kubacki. Thank you, Daniel, for verifying that. Because I thought I had Timothy's coming up here too. Maybe I did, as I'm losing my mind. Let's go to Gary, Indiana for this next group. They would have 20 releases on Vivian Carter's VJ record label between 1953 and 1960. This was their 14th release for the VJ label. A tune written by Calvin Carter and the lead singer on this. His name is Pookie Hudson. This is going out to Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. Now, you want this record on the promo or the West Coast press. You don't want the stock copies that look like Brillo, like somebody took a Brillo pad and kind of like just went over the record, because it's recycled vinyl, and that's what happens with these. So I thought I had a promo press of this. I was looking for it, but I ran out of time. But it's from April '58. These are the Spaniels on VJ Records for Daniel Kubacki. The song is called Tina. You hear that?
Tina, my sweet Tina. Tina, sweet 16. She's a queen in blue Gina. Tina, when you've seen her, then you know just what I mean. When we're walking hand in hand, I am in the wonderland. She's the only girl for me. Tina, Tina, yes, Tina, sweet 16. She's a queen in blue Gina. When we're walking hand in hand, I am in a wonderland. She's the only girl for me. Tina, Tina, yes, Tina, sweet 16. She's a queen in blue Gina's. Tina.
Hear that? That is what recycled vinyl sounds like that. Looks like they took Brillo and just kind of went right over the record, but that's why the promos play better on you don't want a stock East Coast, well, wherever the pressing plant was, but it was not the West Coast press. But that's why you got to stay away from those. I'm pretty sure I bought a promo copy of that, but there you go. That's for Daniel Kubacki there, April '58. Apologize for that static there, but that's how they play. The Spaniels there on VJ with Tina, which is a pretty cool record, I have to say. So let us continue here. We are in the year 1958. Got a rare girl group record here. This is not that easy to find. This is requested by listener Juan Campoy in California. Now, these gals, they're out of Philadelphia. They included Rosa Bryant, Castella Riley, Maddie Williams, and Gloria Huntley, and Mitzi Ross. Collectively, they were known as the Charmiers, and it features Mitzi Ross on lead from 1958, going out to Juan Campoy, the Charmiers on Red Top. It's called A Schoolgirl in Love for Juan.
Schoolgirl in love
There you go. That's an ultra rare girl group sound there. I remember when Greg Surik sold me that record many, many years ago. It's out of Philadelphia on the Red Top record label. Those are the Charmiers. Did I even say their name? I lose my mind. The Charmiers there by request for Juan Campoy from 1958, song entitled A Schoolgirl in Love. That's Mitzi Ross. She's the lead singer on that. As Johnny G here on a Saturday evening, this is the third show that I do on YouTube and also live on Oldies and More Radio. And as many of my listeners know, that it's hard for me to take requests on the night of the show. I can't do that because the records are down in the no humidity basement. So that's number one. And I got like 190,000 45, so I have to go looking for the records. So that's number one. Number two, the issue that I have, which I have on a problem sometimes I have on my Wednesday night show, because a lot of those singers from the soul show from the 60s, they're alive, and sometimes they don't like their music played on this platform. That's why this platform that I use with the visual, I have to deal by the rules of the platform, and sometimes hits are no-no here because it's money that is involved with these people that own the rights to the songs. So it's not like I play a lot of these records. I'm sure many of you, except for you collectors there that are really experienced collectors, a lot of them know these tunes because they have them in their collection or they know about these records. So I don't get bothered that much, and they give me a lot of leeway, but they'll shut me down if I play lots of big hits. Like somebody requested Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. I'm afraid to play that record. I could test it. So what I would do is I'd come on because I can come on after I shut the show down. I can come on and test it and play it and see if they put it up. That's what I used to do when I used to test some of the records to see, because if I just play a number one record or a big hit like Paul Anka, for instance, it'll shut me down. So that's what makes it a difficult thing. But they're pretty good. I don't have to make money on the show. That's one thing. But I just don't want the show to be shut down for one record. So especially if it was a big hit. So I am a collector, and I collect big hits, and I collect lots of rarities, like that girl group song there by on Red Top. It's just not an easy record to find. But anyway, that's how it is here, and it has been here. I've been doing this on YouTube since 2015, I think. But I've been doing the Vinyl Treasure Show since 2005. So anyway, I appreciate everybody being here, and I appreciate all your requests. And sometimes you have to bear with Johnny G because I do make mistakes sometimes. But anyway, let us continue here. And I play the records by year, so that's another good thing. So when I get something like 70 requests on a weekend, so if you know when the record came out, you'll know when I'm going to play it. So if you don't, some people like the early 50s stuff. Some people have to go to bed and then they tune in the next day when the show is up with the chat. So if you know that you gave me a request in 58, you're going to hear it in this block of 1958. Then we move to 1959. If you don't hear it, you're going to have to hear it on another show. But that's how it works here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So I hope you would subscribe and tell your friends about it here, because nobody else does it with real records like this. I mean, there are shows out there that play real records, but to show it and to present it like this, and I don't have a time limit, which is good, both on Oldies and More Radio. I'm the last show of the night, so I can go on till 4 a.m. in the morning if I want. I know there's some listeners that don't want me to do that, though, me being one of them, and I'm the DJ. But anyway here, so let's continue here. We just heard the Charmiers. Let's move to 1950. Well, we're in 1958. So is Harry Riles in our chat room? I didn't see Harry Riles in the chat room, but he wanted to hear a Thurston Harris 45 that I have. It came out on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin record label. And this one says Thurston Harris and the Masters. Of course, you know Thurston Harris. He had some big hits. Little Bitty Pretty One, I think, was a big hit for him, plus others. But he wrote this tune. He was also a member of the Lamplighters, I think. But he co-wrote this. Harris co-wrote the song with the lead. Oh, actually, it's a different lead singer. I take it back. Thank you, Charlene, for this. This says Thurston Harris and the Masters, although Thurston Harris is not on lead. And it states that on the label. Really? Does it? I didn't check. Thurston Harris and the Masters. Yes. Featured vocalist Rufus Hunter. Bet you didn't know that. I didn't know that. So there you go. Let me put this back on here as I line it up. So here you go. This is for Harry Riles, October 58. Thurston Harris and the Masters, but it's really Rufus Hunter and the Masters. And the song is called, I think this is similar like to Stranded in the Jungle, but it's called Purple Stew. This is for Harry Riles.
I was strolling through the jungle the other day. I came across some purple people eaters along the way. They took me, threw me in a great big pot. Man, I'm telling you, yeah, it sure was hot. And they kept singing, having a purple party. Whip, 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 whip. Serving a purple stew. With purple potatoes and purple tomatoes and you. Purple stew. I cried to the witch doctor, please hear my plea. So he threw a pretty girl in the pot with me. I said, hello baby, how do you do? Fancy meeting you in a purple stew. And they kept singing, having a purple pot, whip, 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 serving a purple stew. Purple potatoes and purple tomatoes and you. Meanwhile, back in the pot. Baby, I dig 'em for you. A sugar, you, a flipper me. Kiss, 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 kiss. Me want 'em kiss.
But how we gonna get out of a mess like this?
Well, they start dancing to some old rock and roll. So I suggested that I teach them how to stroll. While me and pretty baby made our escape alright, cause we kept strolling through the jungle till we were out of sight. And they kept singing, having a purple pot, whip, 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 serving a purple stew. Purple potatoes and purple tomatoes.
That's going out to Harry Riles there. That's October 58. That's not Thurston Harris. That is Rufus Hunter. Rufus Hunter and the Masters there on a song entitled Purple Stew. It's on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records out of Hollywood, California, or Los Angeles, California. And it is styrene, although this is a nice mint copy that plays pretty nice. But you know, when you continue to play styrene, especially if you play it over and over again, it heats up the grooves, and then they get white, and then they wear out, and then they start to hiss. But that's what happens with the styrene presses. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're also live on Oldies and More Radio. And we continue here in 1958. Let's go back to New Haven, Connecticut. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico. We go back to Clarence Drum's drum record label for the Five Chestnuts. This is, I guess we can say, their third release on the drum record label. They're backing up this singer by the name of Norvin Baskerville. And this is from 1958. Norvin Baskerville and the Five Chestnuts. We heard the Five Chestnuts backing up Marvin Baskerville for Joe Shacatano, but they're backing up Norvin Baskerville, and the song is called My One and Only Love for Adrian Viterbo.
My one and only love, my one and only love, my one and only love, my one and only love.
I like that tune. I remember when Spence sold me that 45 a while back there. That's Norvin, Norven, Baskerville and the Five Chestnuts from 1958. It's on Drum Records out of New Haven, Connecticut. I think it's New Haven, Connecticut. No, that's... that label's out of Hamden, Connecticut. The group is out of New Haven, Connecticut. 1958, My One and Only Love. And there you go. That's for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Let's continue here. This one released in, no, we got to change that, Charlene, not 57, 1958 release here. It's a request for listener Mark Langdale. Last week I featured Georgia Harris with the lyrics with a song called It's Time to Rock. I think that was for UK listener Indrajit Advani, but Mark Langdale in Australia, I asked for another release by her, and there is no group backing her up on this side. It's on Steve Samuel's High Tone record label. This is Georgia Harris from, I think it's November 58, because the flip side here is the other release of Let's Exchange Hearts for Christmas, which is a great Christmas record. But this is the flip side that Mark requested. 1958, Georgia Harris on High Tone. It's called Kiss, Kiss, Kiss for Mark Langdale.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. You know it's nice. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
for some more.
There you go. That's going out to Mark Langdale in Australia. That's Georgia Harris with no group on that side from 1958. I'd say November 58, released there on the High Tone record label. Song entitled Kiss, Kiss, Kiss. Johnny G is your Saturday night DJ. We're here from 9 p.m. Eastern time till midnight, but we're going to go probably till about 12:30 or so Eastern Standard Time. This is the third show of the week. Here. And I had on Thursday afternoon, I did the 78 show. I'm not going to do that for a couple weeks, so I had a big response on that 78 show. I have stuff coming from the 1940s that I featured, but most of the stuff was, I get the biggest response from the when I get into the like 1954 stuff is where I get the most I guess, response that the people like to hear. But I do a Wednesday night show here on YouTube, and all the shows are on YouTube, but two of the shows are also broadcast live on Oldies and More Radio, oldiesandmore.org, to listen to it if you don't like the visual. But again, if the show ever gets blocked, you can go to vinyltreasures.net. There's a whole bunch of MP3 of the shows, MP3 of the shows that you can download there. But anyway, thank you all for being here. I got a big chat room here, and a lot of people tuned into the program here as we continue. And we fill a request for Bob Hannis in our YouTube chat room as we go back out to California. And Bob wants to send this one out to Tom Shaughnessy and Mike Sapo. I don't think is with us this Saturday, because I didn't get requests from Mike this week, so it's probably not around, but he'll listen on the archive. This group included Beeman Young, Willie King, his sister Norma King, and the lead singer. His name was Bill Harris. Collectively, they were known as the Tramps, and this came out two ways. Bob requested the original way, which came out on the RV record label as the Tramps. Then it came out, I think, maybe later on in the year 59 on the Eagle label as Bill Harris and the Continentals, which I have that way also. But I bought this one from Mike Noriega. I bought a big record from Mike many, many years ago by the Showcases on the Galaxy label, which is a really hard record to find. So he asked me, he says, Johnny, do you need the Tramps on RV? I said, well, I don't have it on RV. That's the first way. So he sold it to me, so I took it. But it's a great record from February 59 by request for Bob Hannis in our YouTube chat. I'm sending it out to Tom Shaughnessy and Mike Sape. The Tramps on RV with I'm So Glad for Bob.
Loving, 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 loving me. Loving, 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 loving me. And I'm so glad that I'm living. So glad that you're giving. And I'm so glad that you're loving, 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 loving. Loving me, and I'm so glad that you're wanting. Your love is
February 59 release there for the Tramps. The Tramps on the RV record label. I'm So Glad is the name of that one, requested by Bob Hannis, going out to Mike Sape and Tom Shaughnessy. The Tramps with I'm So Glad. Johnny G is so glad that you are tuned in to the Vinyl Treasure Show as we continue here. And we are in the year 1959. We go back out to, we stay out in California here for this trio of sisters. It's a request for listener John Engstrom. These gals from they were sisters from Los Angeles, California. They were Arlene, Denise, and Joni Starr. They recorded as the Star Sisters. This is on Art LeBeau's Starla record label, and it's their debut single from February 59, The Star Sisters on Starla. Going out to John Engstrom, it's called Show Me the Way. Going out to John Engstrom in California. These gals from California, they're called the Star Sisters. That's their debut single on Art LeBeau's Starla Records from February 59. Show Me the Way is the name of the tune. That's they have other releases also on the Loot label and also on United Artists. Johnny G showing you the way on a Saturday evening as we stay in 1959. We fill a request for Timothy as we stay out in California, Ventura, California, to be precise, as this is the group's only release, came out on Hunter Hancock's Swingin' record label. This is actually the second overall release on the label. The first one was Big J McNeely's There's Something on My Mind, but this was the second release on the label, written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Leroy Buddy Gibson. From January 59, Buddy Gibson and the Vanguards on Swingin' Records. For Timothy, it's called Just a Game.
Just a game I learned to play. are full of myself, burning to love you and no one else. Being without you, it makes me sad, but since I've seen you, it has made me glad. Could this be magic, or could this be love? Playing this game from heaven up above. I lie in a deep, bewildered sleep, thinking of what you said. But now that I know that we must go, I'll go on and play this game. Treasures ending, pot gold, love is quarrel, that's the way it goes. Could this be magic, or could this be
Yeah, liking that one there in the YouTube chat room. That's Buddy Gibson and the Vanguards. That's by request for Timothy, January 1959. It's on Hunter Hancock's Swingin' Records out of California. Just a Game is the name of the tune. You collectors, be careful out there. The true first press is their vinyl, and they have those yellow dots on the label. If you have the styrene copy, they shouldn't pay more than about 10 or 15 bucks for the styrene copy. I forget what this one goes for. I think I paid 50 bucks for this, but a long time ago. Records, some of them have gone up in price. Yes, they have. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we go back out to Cincinnati, Ohio. Fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. We go back to Deluxe Records, Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records, and this group had well over 50 releases for the Deluxe and King label between 1953 and 1963. This one's from 1959, a tune written by Rudy Toombs. It features the great Otis Williams on lead. We go to July of 1959. Is this his? It's his Charms. Different names for the group, but this time it's Otis Williams and His Charms on Deluxe Records for Joe Shacatano. It's called Funny What True Love Can Do, the Charms.
When someone steals your heart away, you realize your heart must pay. Love can make you glad, almost drive you mad. Funny what true love can do. If you love someone deep down inside, you're bound to feel the tears there in your eyes.
what true love can do. Funny what true love can do. Oh, funny what true love can do.
That's the great Otis Williams and his Charms by request for Joe Shacatano, July 59 release on Deluxe Records out of Cincinnati, and the group out of Cincinnati too. Funny what true love can do. So many great records by Otis Williams and the Charms. We are lots of records requested by you guys and gals in 1959. Let's fill a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. This group formed at Duke University in Durham, North Carolina as students, and they had this release on Ben and Len Weissman's Altair record label, which is oddly out of Los Angeles, California, although I kind of doubted that, but I was going back and forth with Charlene that this didn't look like a California label. Tune written and produced by Harry G. Karras. It features Mike Lawling on lead. This one came out in June of 1959. Let's give a listen to Mike Lawling and the Dissnaires, Dissonairs. The Dissnaires, it's on Altair Records for Gary Hendren in Alabama. The song is called One Love.
Baby, so blue. Baby, you said we were through. Baby, so blue. There is one thing before I go. Let me ask. I'd like to know. Oh, baby, I'd like to know. Does he thrill you with one touch? Can you love him so much? Does he fill you with happiness just with one caress? Oh, 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 one love, real love, true love, one love forever and evermore and evermore. One love, real love, true love, one love forever and evermore and evermore. Does it thrill you with one touch? Can you love him so much? Does it fill you with happiness just with one caress? When you see me, how do you feel strange? I know that you love me still. Oh baby, how do you feel? One love, real love, true love, one love forever and evermore and evermore. One love, real love, true love, one love forever and evermore and evermore. One love, real love, true love.
As going out to Gary in Alabama, the sound of Mike Lawling and the Dissnaires from June 1959. It's on Altair Records, song entitled One Love. Now, this record would later be released. It would be re-released in July of 1960 on the Talent label, a label out of Los Angeles, California, as Mike Lawling and the Blends. And he would also have releases on Skylark and the Hawk labels. I think I bought that from someone out of California. Anybody ever buy records from someone by the name of Ray LeBove? I think it was Ray LeBove, Lebov. I don't know if there was an E, but it was a long time ago, and he used to put out an auction list. I think it was an auction list. As I lose my mind here, as we are in the year 1959. Wow, I still got 3 records from 59, and we continue with the request. This time for Paul Greco. Actually, it's a flip side request. Last week I featured this group from Buffalo for Tommy Albergo. He requested the Derbies on the Mercury label with Night After Night, and Paul Greco asked me if I could play the flip side of the 45. Now, this tune written by Brooke Benton. Now, I don't know if Brooke Benton did this, Charlene. Did you see if Brooke Benton recorded this song? It's called Just Leave Me Alone. So let's go to March of 1959 by request for Paul Greco, the Derbies on the Mercury label. It's called Just Leave Me Alone for Paul Greco.
Just leave me alone and don't worry about me. Why should we pretend and lose in the end? Just leave me alone. I trusted in you, gave you all I own. Still my little heart was wrong once again. Please leave me alone. Now you say that you love me, since my love changed. But I believe you just wanna hurt me all over again. Just leave me alone and don't worry about me. You had your fun, but it's all over and done. Please leave me alone. Please go away. Won't you go away? Leave me alone.
There you go. That's going out to Paul Greco in Philadelphia, a group from Buffalo, New York, the Derbies, the flip side of Night After Night, song entitled Just Leave Me Alone from March 59 on the Mercury record banner. We continue here in 59. We go to Brooklyn, New York. Fill a request for Tall Bill, this song written by the group's manager. His name is Lou Dean, and the lead singer of this group. His name is Manuel Manny Rivera, and this is on the D record label. It was reissued in, I think, 1965, early sometimes in the mid 1960s, as on the Sherry label as DJ Terry Lee. He was a disc jockey on 1360 WMCK in McKeesport, Pennsylvania, obtained the rights of the song and put it out on the Sherry label, but it was first issued in July of 59 on the D label. The group is called The Initials. It's a Manny Rivera on lead, going out to Tall Bill. The song is called, one word, it's called You.
Are driving me
As going out to Tall Bill, the sound of the Initials. The Initials with Manny Rivera on lead, July 1959. That's the first press on the D label. Song entitled You. It's styrene. You know how Johnny G hates styrene 45's, but the Sherry release, I mean, I don't know how good the Sherry release plays. Thought it was a little bit muffled, but you can get it on the Sherry label. It was a label owned by disc jockey Terry Lee. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We broadcast live from 9 p.m. Eastern Time till midnight on Oldies and More Radio and YouTube. We're going to go into overtime. We are now in overtime here as we continue in the year 1959. This is the last record that I have from 1959. It's going out to listener John Engstrom as we head to Los Angeles, California, to Art Roop's specialty record label. These gals, they were originally from Long Beach, California, first recording in 1958 on the Young label as the Soft Tones, but then they moved to Los Angeles and in 59 signed with the specialty label and changed their name to the Stewart Sisters. And this trio included Irene Diaz, Trudy Hancock, and Darlene Paul. They had 3 releases on the specialty record label. This is their third from September 59, going out to John Engstrom, the Stewart Sisters on specialty. It's called Love Was Born.
Like this, 2 lovers kissed, and love was born. Each kiss they hungered for meant so much more. When love was born, the moon hid beyond the hill as they shared the thrill of love's sweet fulfillment till the end of time. I'm yours, you're mine, for love was born.
That's going out to John Engstrom in California. These gals are from California. Their third release on the specialty record label, the Stewart Sisters, from September 59. Love Was Born is the name of the tune. I know many of you are here tuning into the Vinyl Treasure Show for the first time. I would hope you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the third show of the week. I'll be back next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Soul 45's from the from the 1960s. Then I usually do a show at 2 o'clock. I hope I didn't say 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock on Thursdays, but I won't be on this coming Thursday. It's the 78 show just drains me so much to find the records, but I do find them eventually. And Then I'll be back on next Saturday night for more of your requests here on the 50s and early 60s edition. We move into 1960 now. Fill a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. You know this group. They are from Staten Island, New York. They had a big hit back in 1958 called Little Star. Came out on the Apt record label. That was the #1 record when your host DJ Johnny G was born. Little Star was on the charts, but they recorded on a bunch of different labels during their career. And this one's on B. Castlin's Hull Records out of New York City. The song written by the first tenor of the group, his name is Arthur Venosa. And it's the flip side of this that I would hear on the Gus Gossard Show, a song called Little Boy Blue. But let's listen to the flip side here. By request for Timothy, it features Vito Pacone on lead, January 1960. Here are the Elegance on Hull. It's called Get Well Soon for Timothy.
Each night under this moon, I say, hoping you'll get well soon and come home to me. Get well soon. I sit in my room each and every night, wondering how you are you feeling alright? For I miss you so, darling, get well soon. I'm so sorry, baby. You're feeling ill, and no matter what, I'll be waiting still. For I miss you so, darling, get well soon. I never felt so all alone before. I wait impatiently for your knock on my door. Though you've been gone a few days, it seems, what million years you're out of my dreams. So I pray to God that you'll hear my plea, and then baby, you'll come on home to me. Alright, I miss you so, darling, get well soon.
That's by request for Timothy there, Vito Pacone and the Elegance. It's on B. Castlin's Hull Records out of New York City, January 60 release. Get Well Soon is the name of the tune. Let's stay in 1960. Fill a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani. Wants to send this one out to Record Hound Darren in our YouTube chat room. This singer, born in Winterville, Mississippi, but he moved to Chicago as a child. He formed a group with Otis LaVille called The Floats, but they never recorded. He then became a featured dancer on the local TV show in Chicago called Time for Teens, and the presenter of that show, Jim Lounsbury, gave him a one-off record deal with the Mercury record label for one single, and this is that single. Of course, it wasn't till 1963 when he started to achieve success with songs like The Monkey Time and Hey Little Girl and others for the OK record label. And I'm talking about Major Lance. And here is his debut single on Mercury Records, a tune written by Curtis Mayfield. It was being associated with Curtis Mayfield way back on his first record. Now, supposedly the Impressions are backing him up on this. This is from February of 1960 by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, going out to Darren. The Major Lance on Mercury. It's called I've Got a Girl. This is Major Lance. As February 1960 release there from Major Lance on the Mercury record label. I've Got a Girl is the name of the tune. That's by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani. That's going out to Record Hound Darren in our YouTube chat room here as we come down the home stretch here as we go to, we are in the year, wait a minute. Charlene, I thought you had 1960 on this. This is 58? What happened with this thing here? This is an out of it's April 58. How come I had this in the 1960 backing thing here? Charlene, what went on with this one here? From we go back to California, this group named after the missile developed by U.S. Air Force Titan, first recording for Larry Mead's Vita record label. Charlene, it had 1960 in this sort. It's out of sync here, folks. This is a request for listener Daniel Kubacki. It's that we go to Art Roop's specialty record label out of Los Angeles, California. They had 3 releases on the specialty label. This is their third. This should have been in the 58 block. It's from April 58. These are the Titans. It features that must be Curtis. It's got to be Curtis McNair on. No. Written by group member Curtis McNair. It features Sam Barnett on lead. This is for Daniel Kubacki. The Titans on specialty. The song is called Arlene.
Yip, 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 yip.
I'm in love. I'm in love with Arlene. I'm in love.
I'm in love with Arlene. I'm in love with Arlene. Well, I'm in love with Arlene. Well, I'm in love with Arlene. Because she is my teenage queen. She is my teenage queen. I'm in love with Arlene. Well, I'm in love with Arlene. Well, all of my life I have dreamed of Arlene, my teenage queen. Now she was the queen at the senior prom. Now oh, what a sight to see my teenage queen, Arlene, Arlene. Now she was meant for me. Oh, I'm in love with Arlene. Well, I'm in love with Arlene. Well, all of my life I have dreamed of Arlene. Because she is my teenage queen. She is my teenage queen. She is my teenage queen.
Yeah, it's out of sort there. That should be 58. Charlene had the wrong date. So I sort them by dates. You see, I program the show. What happens is you all send me your requests. So I sometimes put them down, but Charlene takes the requests and she puts them in a file for me. And she puts the release dates in there, and I sort by date. So I sort by date, and then I mix and match the songs to the tempos, up-tempo, mid-tempos, slow ballads, and that's how I do it. This one, somehow, she had 1960 in it. So it shows up here. I saw this 58. I said, that's not right. But it's still a great song. I apologize to Daniel. It should have been heard in the 1958 block. But that's a great tune. The Titans there on the specialty label. That's Sam Barnett on lead. Arlene is the name of the tune. Now we stay in 1960 here. We fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey as we go back out to California to the Belmont record label. Belmont Records located at 6269 Selma Avenue. And Bill requested the Veils. Now, at least, I don't know the last time I played this record. I didn't have any info. I don't know if there's any current info on the group, but it's their first of two on this Belmont label from November of 1960. The Veils, V-A-I-L-S, The Veils on Belmont for Bill Olb. It's called Great Somewhere.
In that great somewhere, I know my loved one is there. Wished I could find her and bring her back with me. Back with me. So now I sit here all alone, no one to call my own. I still love her, I still love her, I still love her with all of my heart. Oh, 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 my darling. Wherever you may be, oh, you may be. Whoa, I believe, 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 I believe. Whoa, yes, in that great somewhere. Whoa, so now I sit here all alone. Whoa, no one to call my own. I still love her. I still love her. I still love her with all of my heart. With all my heart.
You're catching me. I'm making a mistake here as I got caught. Those are the Veils from November 1960. It's on the Belmont record label. That's their first of two on the Belmont label, Great Somewhere, as requested by Bill Olb. And mark your calendars, because on August 18th, 2024, Bill Olb will be doing his part 2 of his Wayne Sterling special on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank Chingaro and Gordon Scatberg. That is on WRHU FM 88.7, and you can listen to it on the stream. That's how I tune in, on WRHU.org. It's on the 18th of August from 3 p.m. Eastern Time till 5 p.m. So that's when you can tune into that program. It'll be on a Sunday, August 18th, and they'll be on tomorrow afternoon with, I think, it's a Christmas show. Christmas in July is what they're doing tomorrow, and that's at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we fill a request now for Ronnie Sherman for this group called the Lavenders, and this is on Alan Lorber's and Ernest Kelly's Lake label out of New York City. This is not the same group, I think, that recorded on the CR label, which I think was out of Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. But this is from April 61, the Lavenders on Lake Records for Ronnie Sherman. The song is called The Bells. This is for Ronnie.
I said, listen, 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 listen to the bells. Bum, bum, bum. The trees, they listen so intensely as the birds sang their song. Morning glory snap all aglow as the bells told their story. They said we belong together as long as we both shall live. Don't worry about the weather, the sun will always shine. Bells told their story. We ought to remember when I put the ring on your finger. Priest will pronounce us man and wife. We'll be taking a vow. I can't explain how, but it's for the rest of our lives. and I think of their little story. I said, listen, 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 listen to the bells. Bum, bum, bum.
That's a nice tune. I haven't played that in a long, long time. That is by request for listener Ronnie Sherman. That's April 61 release there for the Lavenders. The Lavenders on Lake Records, song called The Bells. Lenny, there you go, The Bells there. That is the perfect record for you. Johnny G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We are in the year 1961. Let's fill a request for listener Larry Hendren in Alabama. This group from Vicksburg's, Mississippi. And this is on the Trepco record label. This one issued in 1961. They're called The Vels. The Vels. They're being backed up by the Tim Whitsett Imperials. And the Tim Whitsett Imperials, I know some information about them. This band included Murray Kellum on guitar, Ronnie Kellum on bass, Dublin Lancaster on the drums, and the piano player, the lead guy, Tim Whitsett. The Tim Whitsett Imperials. This is on George Trebatich's Trepco Records out of Mississippi from September 61 for Gary Hendren. The Vels. It's called Please Be Mine.
1, 2, 3,
Going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama, September 61. They're called The Vels. The Vels On the Trepco label, Please Be Mine is the name of the tune. We have another one in 1961. It's a flip-side request for listener Tom Shaughnessy. Actually, Tom Shaughnessy requested the flip side of this last week. It was Freddy Owens. It was on Slim Rose's Wall Records out of New York City. The song was called The Chapel. This is the flip side, a tune written by, it's with the Jack Gale Orchestra and a chorus, it says, but it's more of a girl group backing him up. Let's go to November of 61. This is for Tom Shaughnessy, Freddy Owens and group on Wall Records. The song is called Heavenly One for Tom. That's for Tom Shaughnessy. That's Freddy Owens and girls backing him up there on the chorus. November 61 on the Wall record label. That's Slim Rose's Wall Records. He owned Times Square Records, the first owner of Times Square Records. Heavenly One is the name of that tune. We stay in 61 with a flipside request for Mark Langdale in Australia. Featured the Vibrations for Frank Chingaro last week with their rendition of the tune All My Love Belongs to You. And Mark in Australia requested the flip side here. This was their 7th of 13 on the Checker label. It features Carl Fisher on lead from July 61. The Vibrations on Checker for Mark Langdale. It's called Stop Right Now.
Give her all the love I got. And I used to go for Annie, 'cause
stop my driving, stop my hiding, stop my cheating, stop right now.
There you go. Those are the vibrations. Whoops. I was showing you all these Hollywood Saxons 45. I'm missing one of them, by the way. There you go. Those are the vibrations there for a Mark Langdale in Australia. That's the flip side of All My Love Belongs to You from July 61. Their 7th release on the Checker label. Stop Right Now is the name of the tune. Johnny G's going to stop in, I got 4 more 45s to go before we sign off here. And let's go to Los Angeles, California for this request for listener Paul Michelle and various label pressings on this next 45. And not really confusing for Johnny G, but I'm featuring the true first press of this, believe it or not, is on the Hunter Hancock's Swingin' record label, and it features Stan Beverly on lead. Now, what happened here is that Beverly produced the session, and, well, I should say, yeah, Stan Beverly produced the session and shopped the master to various record labels. And initially he went to Hunter Hancock's Swingin' label, who picked it up. And then the next label was 20th Century Fox. Charlene, I had these all down on my email, but even though the Harco is not the first label, it is the rarest and the one in most demand. So that is a hard record to have on that Harco record label. But I also showed you the Elf label, which was the last release, and I showed you the 20th Century Fox, which I think was the press that was here on the East Coast. But this is the first press on the Swingin' label from April 61. The Hollywood Saxons, Stan Beverly on lead. It's called Every Day's a Holiday. This is for Paul Michelle.
Love you, honest. I do love you. Oh, my darling.
Every day's a holiday when I'm with you. Everything is always alright when I hold you tight, 'cause every day is a holiday when I'm with you. Whoa, when I hold your hand, I tremble inside. The feeling is so real. Makes me wanna cry, 'cause every day is a holiday when I'm with you. Valentine's Day comes once a year. Oh, it brings happiness. It brings cheer. But all those things I have in my own little world is because I've got you. For my little girl, everything you do is all right with me. My love is true.
Woo!
As going out to Paul Michel there, and I did do a write-up on this thing. I said that was the group called the Hollywood Saxons. Stan Beverly on lead there. Every Day's a Holiday was the group's debut single. The true first press of that is on Hunter Hancock's Swingin' label, was issued April 11th of 1961. Then in 1962 it came out on 3 different labels. First on the Hareko label in May of 62. For some reason it is thought to be the first, but it isn't, but probably the rarest. And I know that my buddy Greg Surik had a copy of that in his collection. And then in September of 1962, it was leased to 20th Century Fox for wider distribution. Then one more time back in L.A. on the Elf label, came out in October of 62. And that's what happened with that record there. So there's multiple ways to get that Hollywood Flames. And actually this one on Swingin' comes with and without like this little... it looks like a blue ribbon seal. So the one without the seal is the true first press. So lots of variations on that record. 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. This is a rare 45 by this girl group. Supposedly they are out of Baltimore, Maryland. The guess is that I'm guessing this because of the Munrob Publishing, which has a Baltimore address, and they're called the True-Lears. The True-Lears, it's on Checker Records. I have a duplicate of this one, but I was able to get a nice mint copy. It is a rare 45 on Checker Records from October 62 for Adrian. The True-Lears with Waiting for You.
I've been waiting for you. Now the morning's over. Yes, the morning's over.
As going out to Adrian in our YouTube chat room, a rare girl group sound by the True-Lears, Trueleers, October 62 release on Leonard Chess's Checker Records out of Chicago. It's called Waiting for you. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Let's go to Philadelphia now, to Don White's Donnell record label. This is a request for listener Ronnie Sherman. This group first recorded as the Decords for the Donnell record label, but they would change their name to the Daycords. And they're backing up a gal by the name of Roxy. So there you go. They're called Roxy and the Daycords from November 62. When I listen to this song, it reminds me of the Moonglows Sincerely, but you can be the judge. From November 62, Roxy and the Daycords for Ronnie Sherman on the Donnell label out of Philadelphia. It's called I'm So in Love.
Ba-do, 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 ba-do.
You see, Chuck Mitchell, I am a completist, so I have to have every copy of, on that on that Dominoes record that I played, which was called Stardust. I have 5 different variations on the label of that record because it was such a big hit. So, and not that I went out seeking the copies. I mean, I bought them, in loads or whatever, but I'm like, do I get rid of this one? Do I get rid of this one? But I would check to see if something was slightly off in it, and if there was something different, like it didn't have lines, or it did have lines, or it didn't have the publishing, or it had a different writer, I would keep it. I'd throw it in the collection, and that's what I did. So that Elf record is because I was collecting everything in the Kreider book. I have a large percentage. I'm probably missing overall something like maybe 400 records in that Kreider book. And believe me, there's like 25,000 records in that book. I think it's about 20, maybe about 15, maybe 20, maybe not 25,000, maybe about 20,000 records in the Kreider book. So I'm only missing like 400. it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes, but anyway, that is a cool tune. I paid $175 for that record from Barry Soltz from November '62 for Ronnie Sherman, Roxy and the Day Chords, female lead with male backing on the Donnell record label, I'm So in Love. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me, send me your requests at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. That is the contact. And if I have the 45, I will pull it out. If it fits the format of the show, I'll feature it here. Again, no big hits. Don't ask for like Diana by Paul Anka. That is too big of a hit. Can't play that. I'm worried. I wanted to do some countdowns. If I put those on, they're going to throw me off of YouTube. I just don't want to. They'll just black out the visual, and you won't hear anything. And it's actually upsetting. It's upsetting to me. Imagine if you're watching this, all of a sudden they black it out. That's what they do. So anyway, but your other requests are welcome as they are, or any kind of other information. I got so many great emails this week from people that are finding out about the show. And I love to play records and dedications. So especially if you have a dedication to your significant other, that is a good thing. And I'll always be willing to do that. But thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to close the show with a request for Kenny in New Jersey as we make one more trip out to Los Angeles, California with this group, probably basically an offshoot of the Sharps. This group included Al Frazier, John Harris, Carl White, and Turner Wilson. Collectively, they were known as the Rivingtons. They had a number of releases on the Liberty record label. This is their 6th of 7 on Liberty, and it's actually a cover song. I think the Jive, well, I don't know. I know the Jive Bombers did it in 1957, but I don't know if it is, if this thing goes back further. So, but I know the Jive Bombers do it, so I don't know if it's really an old song. Maybe it is, but it features Carl White on lead from August '63, our closer, the Rivingtons on Liberty, for Kenny in New Jersey, the song called Cherry. Johnny G's your Cherry DJ for a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. Again, if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or consider it, and then give me a thumbs up, or consider giving me a thumbs up if you enjoy what you heard, and also click the bell to get notifications. We're here also broadcasting live on Oldies and More Radio. Thank you all. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help today on the program and for the research, and I'll see you all next time here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
Just might stick around. give you a little time to grow up and everything. And you just might want to get married, Cherry Honey, and, you know, settle down.
Shut